Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name is Yusong. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Folks, it is a beautiful day to be playing Mahjong, despite the fact that I forgot how to play Mahjong. Folks, it's been a while. I went to Vancouver. I had a lot of fun on the trip. I didn't play Mahjong for 5 to 6 days. I played some IRL Mahjong, but I wasn't really, like, trying my absolute hardest to win every single hand, to min-max every single advantage, and to avoid 4th place in real life. No! I was having a blast. I was calling Con IRL. I was calling Ron on the wrong tiles. Thanks for not referencing that in the comments of any videos. I'm just kidding. You can call me out for my very, very silly chombos. The point is, I'm a little bad at Mahjong right now, and as we load back into the Jade Room, I'm gonna try to lock in today. I'm gonna try to lock in super duper hard today. We got a pair of our seat wind immediately. That's a good sign right there. Rest of our hand is looking okay. I should have immediately cut the south wind. What the frick am I doing? Folks, before we get too far into this game, let me just say this. If you've been enjoying the Zhong lately, feel free to subscribe. I got new videos every single day. You can also leave a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous, as it helps out the channel. Such a great deal. That's a banger draw right there. It brings us to our featured commenter of the day. Sir Stebs writes, Maka looking down at your broken, mangled corpse. Splendid play, dear friend. The best I've seen. No, this is so true. This is a thing that all Riichi Mahjong players know. You know this feeling from to the core of your being. It's when you play the best you've ever played. You literally get an S+ in the Maka grade evaluation, and then you come out of the Jade Room minus 200 points because you got last place. Thank you so much for the comment. And I also want to shout out Gaming Time, who writes, I can't believe it's only the end of the first round, and I have to say I bear witness. Thank you for not letting me be alone in the ultimate despair mines. Bao also adds, with that title, I bet the 4th place factory is gonna keep employing you, Sung. Who knows? Right now I'm a 3rd place Steve, but I'll take that on this road back to normalcy as we slowly rebuild our good Billy Bean fundamentals that we came here with in the first place. That's how we climbed here to Master 2-star to begin with. Yusong, isn't that how you demoted from Master 3-star as well? Okay, we don't have to split hairs, and I didn't realize my biggest haters were in the crowd tonight. Folks, a crossler just called Riichi. It's a dealer Riichi. I drew into a triplet of my seat wind, which isn't even that bad, no? Like, this hand is, like, okay, but at the same time, I want to say we're 15 gazillion tiles away from Tenpai. That's just, like, a conservative estimate. I'm not sure what the actual truth is, but we're about 15 gazillion tiles away from Tenpai. I'm not really going to chase this one. I'm definitely not going to chase this one. And it gives us a perfect opportunity to shout out the patrons. Patreon.com/YU_SONG. The link is down below in the description. Hang on. I think 7 of Bamboo is correct, but I might fold the beginning of this URL into the sunset real quick, right? The www. Patreon.com/YU_SONG. Link is down below in the description. For $4 a month, you get access to a bonus video every single month, as well as the shout out like you're hearing right now, and a whole bunch of other goodies, including our Riichi Mahjong strategy documents that I myself have written. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. They give me the biggest slice of the pie there, and for that, I am very, very grateful. So thank you to everyone for your financial support. It means the world to me. I know how expensive things are right now. And by the way, if you think I'm a crow, you know what I mean, that I'm gonna bear grudges, folks, this is a horrible business practice. I'm gonna get scolded by executive producer Fue Coco after the video, but like, take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be here. I'll be here losing in the Jade Room, regardless of if you take a break, whenever you come back, if you don't come back, all of it is fine. All this is to say, I'm very grateful for your support. I probably shouldn't remind people who cares. I always do that thing where if I sign up for anything, like a monthly trial, as soon as I give a website my credit card information, I go to Google Calendar, I go 27 days into the future, and I make a whole day event that's just cancel Amazon Prime trial, or like cancel Netflix because you actually haven't watched it. Like, I try to go pretty hard on the, hang on. I mean, this is bad no matter what. I kind of want to end up single tile Yorking it for the Southwind. It's a little greedy, and especially because one of them just got discarded. The Red Dragon Pawn is definitely going to be on site. That one's going to be on site. But then if I chi into 7 of Bamboo, I don't hate waiting for the Southwind. Red Dragon Dora, like there's worse things that we could do in this position, you know? Would I raw chi the 7 of Bamboo? I'm not sure if I would do that. I think the only way we open up our hand is if we draw into the Red Dragon, or if someone cuts the Red Dragon, we definitely call pawn. If we draw into a Southwind, oh, okay, well, Now I'm just one tile away from Tenpai. If I draw into 7 of bamboo, I would absolutely slam the like and subscribe button right now. Double pair waiting. It's not the greatest double pair wait you've ever seen, except for the fact that we get to wait on the red dragon. And this is a career-ending deal in if someone's trying to play defense around us. So, it's not looking that bad. Yusong, how are you doing outside of the game today? Thank you so much for asking. Holy, look at this photograph right now. I can now accept 4 of bamboo or 7 of bamboo, and even if someone calls Riichi, I'm still kind of willing to cut the door. It's spicy, and it could kill me. You know what? Let's get rid of it right now while the getting's good. We can keep a white dragon as their safe tile. It's absolutely perfect right now. How am I doing outside of the game? Thank you so much for asking. I'm reaching the tail end of my time in Vancouver. I've been regaling you about the details of the trip. Folks, one day we went to the Sea Walk. I don't really know. It's just like a beautiful trail on the ocean. And like, I don't know if you've ever felt this way before in your entire life, but as I was standing there next to the ocean, you get to smell like the salty ocean air. It's not something that's like, you know, I wouldn't wear cologne that's like, you know, Poseidon's charm that just smells like, you know, salty seawater. But there's something nice about being next to the ocean, especially if you're just inside all day screaming about Mahjong, you know? It's nice to not necessarily touch grass, but touch ocean air. So that was very nice. As we were walking along this little path, I started to see people of all ages around me. There were small children gallivanting and playing about. There were older people just doing like a nighttime walk, you know. There were families, there were young people, there were tourists on bicycles. As I started walking on the sea walk, folks, I got like super sentimental. I was like, look, don't crucify me for this, okay? It's very honest. I was like, I was like, wouldn't it be nice to fall in love still? I genuinely got super sentimental. I got super sentimental. I was like, I don't know what's got me feeling so much. And it wasn't even sentimental in like, oh, I was feeling so much joy. I was feeling so much joy. I was feeling so much like sorrow. I was feeling so much regret. I was feeling so much peace. You know what I mean? I was feeling like all the feelings were within me. Inside me, there were like a dozen wolves, each of them howling about a different thing, you know? Woo! Okay. You saying how is Hinge going? Here's the thing. Number one, I'm howling on the YouTube videos. How do you think it's going? You know what I mean? It's not, and I'm not howling like I'm trying to like, that's not a euphemism for anything else. I'm just like, how do you think, what do you think? You know what I mean? Here's the thing about Hinge. My heart doesn't stir anymore. Can I get a whoop whoop in the comment section down below if you're agreeing with this? I mean, I suppose you could also write, Yusong, I understood what you were saying about the Hinge thing, but like, I don't know, whoop whoop was a nice cute little shorthand. Or you could just go woo in the comment section. I'll understand that as well. Oh, there's a carnal desire to go for all simples. I don't know if that's necessarily correct, but here we go. I'm one tile away from Tenpai. If I draw into 2 of bamboo, I slam the like and subscribe. If I draw into anything that allows me to get rid of the 1 of bamboo, I think I absolutely do so. I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai, 30 seconds until Mars. Right now, I pawn into 8 of circles or 6 of characters. I just want to repeat the dealer seat. I do not care that we have 0 value. I don't care that we have none value left beef. I'm not looking for value right now. I'm just looking to end this round quickly and to repeat once again. I have to con. I actually have to con. I must con. No new Dora were created. That's okay. That's okay. If someone calls Riichi, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad because now they got 2 chances at Dora. They probably got some more of the new Dora in their hand as well. You cutting the 3 of characters means that you probably have a pair of the 4 or something really stupid like that. But hey, I'm not going to give you the chance. I'm not going to give you sickos the satisfaction. That's what I'm talking about. All simples. Got a con for some bricked up mini points. Let's freaking go. I gotta stop saying stuff like that. My heart doesn't stir anymore. I don't get like nervous butterflies or anything. I think I'm too cynical right now. I think that's probably a good sign to be like, then something about Hinge is like incorrect. I think maybe I just gotta wait a little bit. I think right now, like it or not, you know, the YouTube channel and Twitch channel, they're both going they're chugging along. So I think what I'm supposed to be doing, if I'm, you know, gonna divine the word of God from literally 0 evidence whatsoever, I think it's probably like, hey, focus on your career and then when you're not so cynical and your heart has room to stir, then you can maybe go back to hinge. But in the meantime, I'm like, I'm lonely. So that's the conundrum that we're in right now. You son get a grip? I am getting a grip. Like this is me. I'm trying to be honest, you know? It's hard out there. You just giga lonely all the time. Seeing all these advertisements. Every single advertisement is two people smiling together. I'm like, grrr, you know? So anyway, that was the sea walk. And then one day, oh, by the way, Vancouver was beautiful. Like, genuinely, Vancouver. I'm not in the pocket of big tourism either, okay? Genuinely, like, I'm not sponsored by Justin Trudeau or Katy Perry, you know? I am gonna pawn this. I'm one tile away from Tenpai. It's not a very good weight, but we can always upgrade this if we draw into the Dora tile, which is the 6 of bamboo. I'm also not gonna lie to you. There is a real possibility I get a nice little all triplets hand. It's not super duper likely, but it is like, that would go so hard, right? If I draw into what? Probably 9 of bamboo is still better because, I'm sorry. I wish I could. I genuinely wish I could get the all triplets because that would be 12,000 points. Dealer seat. Seat win, prevalent win, all triplets. It's a Mongon in the dealer seat. That's 12,000 right there. No one would love that more than me. I would absolutely adore a chance to get a dealer seat Mongon. It's been eons since I've seen the font describing 12,000 points, and it's actually for me. Left Lord kind of popping off as well. They might have a flush in the circle suit. That would be the worst case scenario for a guy like me. And I'm looking at my hand being like, I just have 2 Han. I have seat win, prevalent win. It's not looking that good. So, I don't know if I'm ever supposed to fold this hand. Right Lord calls Riichi. Folks, even if I wanted to fold, I don't have anything. Left Lord is going to sumo. I suppose this is better, right? They do have a pretty solid hand. We're going to pay 4,000 points for the dealer seat penalty, whereas everyone else only pays 2,100 because of the Hanba as well. So that's not good, but we're still in this. We're not out of it. Excellent commentary. Oh, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. But we're definitely in this game, right? 5,000 points separates us from first place. We still got a East 4 round and 4 more South rounds, so we can definitely claw our way back into this. Folks, beautiful hand. What is this, the temperate climate in Vancouver? I was walking around Vancouver. It's, like, beautiful. The buildings are nice. I don't mean, like, the buildings are nice. They just are. We got a 6-shape Marty right now, so I'm whittling myself down to 5 shapes. I want to wait for a 1-4 if I can. I also want to accept a red 5, and I'm looking at the table being like, character suit tiles are being discarded right now. Just took out Tomato Town. I feel like, we're going to get, maybe character suit tiles are easier to come by later in the game. Although it just seems like everyone's kind of just doing their own thing right now. All right, everyone seems like to have a pretty decent hand given these starting draws and discards. Sure, I'll keep a 9 of circles as my safe tile, but we're just looking to slam the Riichi Pinfu button. It was beautiful. The whole time I was walking around Vancouver, I was like, Kate, this is beautiful. Like, this is like gorgeous. The temperature's amazing. The buildings are beautiful. The buildings are genuinely beautiful. We're walking by the ocean, right? The ocean's nice. The sun is literally setting. There's people of different generations walking around. And this is the thing. You might think, like, you're in a city. Shouldn't this be old hat to you? Nobody walks around in Los Angeles. And nobody's even happy in Los Angeles. But, like, nobody's walking around. Los Angeles is not... It's a city that's, you know, like when you make a crepe and it's not a pancake, right? You're making a crepe. It's a very thin pancake. That's like if cities were dough, Los Angeles would be a crepe in the sense that it's very sprawling. It takes forever to get literally anywhere. And no one is ever walking because you need a car, and to get anywhere, it takes 40 minutes to an hour. If you can taste some resentment in my words right now, just know it's true. We got no decent... The public transit is okay, but it's not good. We got the Olympics coming. Oh, my God, we're going to be doomed. I don't even want to go... Like, when the Olympics are here, I'm not going to want to go to Trader Joe's because instead of a 30-minute... It's going to be like a 40-minute drive. This is the worst day of my life. Vancouver, legitimately beautiful. It got me sentimental. It made me want to fall in love. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. I'm probably just feeling lonely, but like it was one of those things. Genuinely super, super nice. Anyway, sorry. Yelling aside, Santa's decent. Riichi Pinfu, maybe? I don't know. We got 2 pairs in our hand. It's gonna make Pinfu a little bit awkward. The Dora is the red dragon. If I draw into red dragon, I don't think I'm ever discarding the red dragon. just because this hand, we're either going to make it work or die trying. A little get rich or die trying meta. Otherwise, the hand just isn't worth it. All right, we got a 6 shape Marty right now, but I think our weakest shape is easily this 8-9 in the circle suit, so we're going to get rid of that. Right Lord pawning 6 of bamboo feels bad for a guy like me, just because it belies them having... Yeah, if they're cutting the 8-9 from their hand, they either have an amazing Tanya hand, or they have Red Dragon. Like a pair of the Red Dragons or worse, you know? A triplet of the Red Dragons. I will say, this hand isn't terrible for 7 pairs, right? 7 pairs, red 5. And the beautiful thing about 7 pairs is that we might even be able to accept 1 or 2 copies of the Dora. It really depends what Right Lord is cooking. I feel like they definitely have some Dora. Either that or an amazing Tanya. So we must be a little bit careful into the dealer. And it's going to be especially hard because they opened their hand. So we'll have no idea when they're actually in Tenpai. They just swapped it. They discarded a tile from within their hand. They cut a 4-3 shape. Are you drunk? So their hand must be amazing. Their hand must genuinely be amazing. If they have an amazing hand and I have this hand, you want to know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to fold. I'm literally going to fold ad infinitum. I'm not going to give them a chance to even... Like, I'm throwing straight Genbutsu Greg tiles at Right Lord. Tiles that are 100,000% guaranteed safe. At least that's what I'm going to try to do to the best of my ability. A Crossword might be going for a hand. I think they are. West Winds being safe is huge for me. Right Lord might pivot to a single tile wait on the West Wind, but I don't think that's very, very likely. The whole time I was walking around, just popping off at how beautiful the city was, Kate was like, nah, it's not even that good. The entire time, and I understand, if you live there, it's probably different. No one's waiting with a 2-3 gaming. Oh my god. Please don't let me die here. Please, 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 please. Any other Genbutsu Greg tiles? I mean, I want to cut one of circles, but it's not necessarily safe. Like, Right Lord didn't win off of it before. They're not waiting with a 2-3, and they cannot be waiting. Okay, I just answered my own question. They're not waiting with a 2-3. They cannot be single tile York in it. It's impossible. A Crosslord could have been waiting with a 2-3 of circles, and they are going to take it. Okay, very spicy round. I'm just going to check. What was this? What was this round? This was East 4, Repeat 1. Spidey, Sense, Right Lord, 2 or 3 Dora. I think I had them clocked right now. I think I genuinely had them clocked. Me when I'm a minute hand. Okay, oh my, Jesus Christ. Oh, me when I'm a minute hand. Just referencing like a analog clock. Yeah. Yusong, is that par for the course and type of humor that we can expect to hear on this channel? Yeah. Unfortunately, so yeah. Anyway. Well, because she was like, there's smoke everywhere and the air quality isn't that good. But I was genuinely moved. I was so moved as we were walking along Vancouver. I will say this. On the last day that I was there, we went to a landmark in Vancouver, the name of which escapes me for the time being. I want to say it was Sullivan Island. I want to say it was Gulliver's Travels. Vancouver landmark something island. It was something island. What am I talking about? Granville Island. I believe we went to Granville Island. There was a cute, like, farmer's market situation there. And it was just like a nice, it was just a nice place to be. Had some wonderful seafood there. Again, just very polite conversation. I wish I could tell you, oh, and then we pranked each other and when we gave each other, like, wedgies and stuff. No, that didn't happen. It was just a nice time between adults. While we were there, though, there was someone busking on the, in like the town square. It was like a very densely populated area. There was someone busking. For those, I don't know how common the word busking is, so it's just like when you're performing on the street for money, whether it's guitar, singing, whether it's just special talent. So we saw this guy from the setup to the act, and the setup to the act involved him pulling a unicycle to that area, and we were like, oh, dang, we're about to see someone unicycle. That seems very impressive. Can't wait. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, awesome. Let's see some unicycling. He starts off, and this is so... You're going to, like... Before I tell you this story, and you don't have to believe me, one of the biggest personal core values that I have, and you genuinely don't have to believe me, right? It behooves me to lie on the internet to make myself look better, right? So, you don't have to believe me. One of my biggest values is kindness. Yusong, I've seen you wish a meteorite to come crashing through your opponent's computer screens so that they deal into you in Riichi Mahjong. I've seen you wish the utmost despair upon your enemies in this game. That's true. I cannot defend myself against that. But in general, in wowie zowie. Well, I almost have a pure straight, but I'm still 2 tiles away from Tenpai. I could cut 7 of circles. They're now waiting with a 5-6, but they could have an 8-9. Like, it's not that likely, but it is a dealer. It's a dealer seat Riichi as well. I don't think I want to step up to the streets right now. I don't think I actually want to go for this. And right lord is not going to roll over and die. This is very scary. Left lord is not going to roll over and die as well. You had a 6 of bamboo that was perfectly safe to throw. Oh, you had another one in your hand. Okay. I mean, now you got me a little fricked up. Because if I chi into 6 of characters or 6 of circles, I do have a valid hand. And it's not a bad one. It's pure straight red 5, red 5. Only a 3-Han Marty. But not a bad 3-Han Marty indeed. And guess what? 6 of bamboo being safe means that no one's waiting with a 4-5. Arguably, and I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but arguably 3 of bamboo is safe. Well, this could be the kiss of death. Could you be waiting with a 1-2? 2 1s are visible and 2 2s are visible. You're gonna hate this. I think it's right to fold. You just talked for 13,000 years about you just talked about 13,000 years about not folding this hand. That was then. That was then. Was that cold? Was that a little cool? Okay. The point is, I'm folding this hand. If I was in Tenpai, awesome. I just don't want to deal into dealer Riichi. I don't want to deal into a dealer C Riichi, and then left lord's not gonna roll over and die. If I was in Tenpai, it'd be a whole different story. But I'm not in Tenpai. And there's a risky tile to throw on the path towards Tenpai. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to walk through that minefield. I'm gonna wait till my dealer seat before I start getting a little antsy mode 9000. Oh, you could have had Tenpai there. Look, I know. It's a school of the cowardly fist. I know I'm a little washed at Mahjong right now. I'm not bringing my best brain to every single game lately. I think this is right. I genuinely think this is right. Thomas Payne writing common sense, be like, South 1 folding decision. When was the big fold? 2 of characters was when I decided to heartlessly throw this hand away. Okay, awesome. We'll look back at that one with Maka. The guy starts by literally having a fedora and doing tricks with it. But the tricks aren't working. Like, there's a thing where you, like, roll the hat down your arm. Like, you have the hat and you kind of, like, roll it down your arm. I believe it is parodied in the Tim Robinson, I Think You Should Leave courtroom stenographer sketch, right? They had 3 copies of the 3 of bamboo. They could have had a double pair weight. And they did have a double pair weight on 2 other tiles. So I don't hate that. I stand by my decision making. Maybe it could have been fine pushing there as well, but I'm okay with what I did. This hand is not bad at all. What do I want to draw into? Literally no idea right now. But any port in a storm. I think 3 of circles actually kind of goes hard. If 3 of circles gets drawn, what do I cut? I think I cut 9 of circles followed by 7 of circles, right? Because if we end on this 1-1-1-3 shape, it's actually, we can win off of the 2 of bamboo or the 3 of bamboo. So this might not look like a double-sided weight, but it is a 2-tile weight if we can finagle it, which is not necessarily guaranteed. As he's tipping the hat, and rolling it down his arm, I want to say he has a 60% success rate. But he does this 20 times. And it's very, very difficult. I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai. It's not the Tenpai that I want, but it's maybe the Tenpai I deserve. If I draw into 8 of circles, am I willing to sacrifice the Dora? Yep. If I draw into 3 of circles, what am I willing to sacrifice? 7 of circles, 9 of circles. Easy peasy. Genuinely the easiest decision of my life. Can't really con there. Wowie zowie. I mean, I want 2 pairs in this hand. Hopefully we draw into 3 of circles. Not guaranteed. If I draw into... Oh my god, you're going to make me do it. Riichi Dora red 5 versus Riichi red 5 but a double pair weight. Folks, I genuinely have no idea. I think I'm supposed to keep the Dora in my hand. There's technically more odds that we draw into the 3 of circles as well. If we're going, fine, I'll draw it myself. You ever get a ribber move so you can sumo your own tile? I think that's what we're trying to do right now on the 3 of circles. He's missing every single hat thing. And the 3 of us are watching. And genuinely, if someone is doing poorly at something, you don't have to believe me. But my philosophy This is why I like being a camp counselor. It's just to encourage them no matter what. It's to encourage someone no matter what. It's maybe like, and there's pros and cons to this, right? If you encourage someone and, you know, if nobody is willing to tell anybody the truth, then we got problems, right? Someone might get a diluted sense of self. But I'm of the side that, like, things are, it's hard to develop self-esteem. And this is probably just because of my upbringing. But, like, so I would like to encourage other people as much as possible. And to, obviously, the antithesis of this is to never laugh at someone. I was laughing my butt off. Oh, I was laughing my butt off. The guy starts juggling. He misses, like, missing the juggling as well. And I'm, like, losing it. I'm genuinely, like, losing. It feels so bad. It's like the Schadenfreude. It's genuinely, it's so bad. And then Ryan, because we're sitting, is me, Kate, and Ryan. And Ryan's like, did Kate tell you this is my, I hope I'm allowed to say this, but I think it's been, like, expressed on stream before. And obviously, let's say this in a cruel way. It's just like kind of a funny way. It's where he's like, did Kate tell you this is my favorite genre of performance? Someone trying earnestly and it not going well. That was a hard day. That was a really hard day. As we walked away from that entire experience, I mean, another thing, a guy walked like behind the person who was busking. Oh my god. And then as he was unicycling, like, he was like falling off of the unicycle. It was genuinely like, but it was also a very funny instance of being like in person, thinking to myself, well, they're gonna talk about it on stream. You know what I mean? One of us is gonna talk about this on stream. Already see there. It's either myself or Ryan or Kate, right? So one of us is gonna talk about it. I'm one tile away from Tenpai. If I'm on a double pair weight, I think I slam the Riichi. Obviously, I would just love a straight old-fashioned red 5, right? Riichi, Pinfu, red 5, that would be great. I would slam the like and subscribe button, even if it was Riichi, Pinfu, nothing. It's a game of inches right now, and like, you know, any advantage would help. But it seems like the like we've got good luck blowing our way right now. I think I'm supposed to keep this double pair weight, just in case we draw into a 5-8. It's nasty mode 9,000 to be able to wait on an east wind. Like, it's just nasty mode 9,000. It's just way too good. A Crossroads got their sea wind pawned up, but we don't have to worry about anyone having 3 Dora in their hand, or nothing like that, right? So we're kind of chilling right now. If only the sea wind were the prevalent one, I would have pawned that on the first discard, but unfortunately it's not. Maybe we can use it to destroy someone else in a more roundabout way. As we were like, someone walked behind the busker, and genuinely he was like the Terminator. He had like metallic, like just like equipment on arms and legs, and like kind of a bionic man type of a situation. And we weren't really sure what was going on there. And then after dinner, we walked back like towards the parking structure or whatever, or towards the aqua bus, because you get to go on a little boat. Oh, it was so fun going on the little boat. It's genuinely awesome. Vancouver was sick. I gotta convince Chibley to start a streamer house up there. I don't know, but it's awesome up there. It's so cool. I called Riichi, by the way. Red 5 is still available. A lot of bamboo tiles being thrown. It's not unthinkable to see an 8 of bamboo. Nowhere close to the Dora. I think a Crossroad is probably in Tenpai as well. So I think it's like one of us is gonna win this one. Let's see who God smiles upon today. 3-7 of bamboos makes the 8 of bamboo look pretty safe. It's a 1-chance tile, but that's why you can't always trust 1 chance, because there's 1 chance that they could have the last 7 of bamboo. As we were walking back, the guy with the bionic stuff he had like instruments on every single arm and leg, and he was singing that song that was like, you and me, baby, we're just nothing but mammals. We want to do it like we do on the Discovery Channel. It was jarring. It was jarring, and like, you don't have to believe me. Trying to be kind. I laughed too much that day to think of myself as a kind person any longer. I said to the kind company around me, I hope you don't think me cruel, but I think they were. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't. And I was never like openly laughing. It was always like turning away and being like, I can't wait to talk about this on a video. And then turning back and continuing polite conversation. But I was also in the direct line of sight of everyone. It was like, oh my God. 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 It was awful. It was genuinely, I couldn't look away either. Oh my God. Like a moth to a flame. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Akagi throwing a red 5. I guess it's kind of safe. Yeah, it is safe. Left Lord paved the way for a crosslord to run. They ran so they could walk. Excuse me. There's still a chance they'll be sumo. Never mind. I guess I'll go frick myself. Okay. I'm not gonna get the. Whoa. They probably pawned to get into Tenpai there, but that's a risky one. There's not a lot saying that the 5 of bamboo is safe. Like there wasn't even a lot of. Like, no one even threw a 2 of bamboo, right? Implying that I'm not waiting with a 3-4. Not a terrible hand to start things off with. Yeah, just kind of want to continue drawing sequences, right? Riichi, Pinfu, red 5 in the dealer seat. If we can just land one of... Hang on, this hand is awesome. But I'm 2 tiles away from Tenpai. Here's what I think we do. I think I'm willing to pawn, especially if 4 of circles comes out, right? Because we're likely, I'm going to say we're relatively likely to see a 2 or an 8, but 4 is kind of like a more precious tile. So if 4 of circles comes out, we're going to pawn and we're going to go for all simples. Because I believe in a 2 or an 8 of characters coming out. Honestly, at this point, because we have really solid shapes, we upgraded our 3-5 to a 5-6. I will pawn on literally anything. I will pawn on literally anything. It's all simples, red 5, nothing. But in the dealer seat, I'm willing to get a little antsy to repeat in the dealer seat. The Dora is the Southwind, which is pretty spicy, right? Anyone can use a triplet of the Southwind as the prevalent one right now. I don't want to give him a chance to. Let's try to nip this one in the bud and call a very, very fast Ron or sumo. So that was the day of cruelty. That was the day of Black Sun. I felt so bad. I genuinely felt so bad. The boat was awesome. Going on a little aquabus genuinely slapped so hard. And then, honestly, it was just a nice time. Talked about stream stuff over dinner, and I talked about this, I think, on yesterday's video or the day before, but it was nice to be able to talk about work with people in real life. Yusong, isn't this exact situation of work why you're going to be dressing up as, why you recently dressed up as a horse on stream to promote the new character and the new event in Mahjong Soul? Yep, but it was nice to be able to talk about that IRL with people, share funny stories, etc., etc. And then I will say, like, I'm not much of a, like, I don't think I was much of a, like, I wouldn't say, whenever I see a cute child, I'm like, oh, that's a cute child. But I'm not like, oh, I'm in a place in my life where I want to hang out or nurture a cute, or raise a cute child. I will say, very polite child. So that was nice. Yusong, what are you talking about? I don't know. I don't want to, like, cause please forgive me. I also, like, don't want to be inappropriate in sharing things that are just straight up not mine to tell or to expose, you know, like, or to I think we can do this in the dealer seat. Like, I think in the dealer seat we can absolutely do this. Would I go for it here? It's risky, but I don't hate it. No, this is awesome. We get to cut a guaranteed safe tile and just be in Tenpai right now. Plus, the 4 of bamboo looks to be a safe tile for the player in Riichi. I mean, this looks good. I could have had 2 more safe tiles, but I think this is worth going for. In the dealer seat, I genuinely think this is worth going for. South 3, 8-mon, pawn. I could have had 2 more safe tiles there. Maybe I'm supposed to fold, but I don't think that my lead is such. If I had 50,000 points right now, I would fold. I'd be so happy. I'd be like kissing the ground, being like, oh, I can't wait to fold with the 8 of characters, 6 of circles, 7 of circles. But right now, our lead is not even that big. What, 3,000 points? Yeah, that's not a safe lead whatsoever. So I'm just kind of hoping to. Ooh. It's Seatwind, Prevalent Wind if I deal into this. Is this 7 pairs? If it's 7 pairs, you wouldn't have cut Northwind as your first discard. I'm pretty sure this is safe. I'm pretty sure this is safe. Who are you and what have you done with Yusong? Folks, I don't know if that was right. South Wind discard. I don't know if any of that was correct. And yet, I pick up Bright Lord's Riichi stick. I win a 3,000 point hand in the dealer seat. Ain't nothing wrong with that. 4,000 points? Why? Was there a leftover? There might have been a leftover Riichi stick as well. Maybe it was my very own. I'm not really sure. Kind of worked out. This one's a little too far away from half flush to get me excited about it. Plus, I have this awesome 7-8 shape. So that's pretty nice. And then that was pretty much the trip to Vancouver. The Couves, as I like to call it. No one calls it that. It's so cringe every time I say it. Why do you keep saying that? I don't know. My brain wants me to say things that I do. I'm just a little puppet. On the way back, though, I did watch something miraculous happen in the TSA line where someone had like a giant stuffed panda. And by giant, I mean it was like the size of my torso. It was like fairly large, but not like comically large. It wasn't like the life-size Gardevoir, you know, plushes that people spend like $500 on. Yusong, why are you deriding it when you would 100% spend that money if it was a life-size Altarium? You're right. You're absolutely right. I shouldn't be poo-pooing anything. I would have 100. Like if I had the ability to be like, oh yeah, no sweat, I wouldn't even think about this. Probably have a life-size Altaria in this very room. I don't know. Just a lot of whimsy, a lot of joy would be gained from that kind of situation. Someone had a panda, went through TSA, and then my bag also got like, you know, you feel your heart sink into your stomach when there's the 2 conveyor belts, and then when they have to like look into your bag with extra diligence to make sure you're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. Hang on. Right Lord could have Seat Wind, Prevalent Wind, Half Flush from Mongon. If that's the case, I am genuinely no longer allowed to throw Circle Suit tiles. If we draw into a Circle Suit tile, I gotta find a way to make it work in my hand. But we might not have to. Like if right now someone cuts a like 1, 2, 4 or 5 or 3 of characters, we can chi and play around this very easily. Genuinely, you're gonna hate this. I know this was discarded like fairly recently as well. I just can't throw it. I just can't throw it. I don't want to lose my lead. If they sumo a manga and I pay out 4,000, that's bad. If I deal in, I pay out 8,000 myself. I don't think I'm in a position to do that. And by the way, if I draw into 8 of circles or 6 of circles, I am straight up in Tenpai. Like, it's not even such a Mondo sacrifice. You know what I mean? It's like if I had to sacrifice a bag of Doritos to get the Soul Stone. Yeah, I'd make that trade, you know? You sound weird, overly capitalistic, brand-centered Avengers reference? Yeah, I'll give that one to you. I don't know where that came from in my mind either. I could pawn. I don't think I'm supposed to. I think when 2 Titans are duking it out right now, I think you're just supposed to watch. And I think you're just supposed to try and fold. We have 2 safe tiles to fold with. Hopefully, in the meantime, wow, we draw into more safe tiles. And guess what? Left Lord, maybe they're up the river without a paddle. Maybe they're pushing as well. I think 3 people are in Tenpai right now. Right Lord having to make some very tricky discards. Wow. Really spicy hand. And the Dora, which is the Northwind, is completely unseen at this moment. Right Lord cut a 9 of circles from within their hand, meaning that they might be folding, or they might have just drawn into the Dora. Folks, I think Right Lord's folding. I unironically think that they're folding. Wow, okay. I don't think I was ever supposed to cut 2 of circles, even if I sense that Right Lord is folding. They could still at any point just be in Tenpai for a different thing. So I think my abundance of caution is probably okay. Tell me you have anxiety without telling me you have anxiety. How many 7s are visible? 3 7s are visible? Wow. Could have maybe gotten away with my 8 of circles, but again, I'm not throwing anything in the circle suit unless you're forcing me to. And I don't think we were in a position where we could be forced. So now we are in South 4, and a 1 Han Marty allows us to go home in first. What? Okay, hang on. Really good hand. 2 tiles away from Tenpai? Yeah. Is there ever a world where this is all simples? Opatanga style. Yes. If I draw into 3 of circles, it's very Opatanga style. I think I'm supposed to cut 2 of circles here. I'm 2 tiles away from Tenpai. But now all simples feels a little bit further away. Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. I don't know if that 2 of circles discard was necessarily correct. I suppose, yeah, I wasn't thinking about the fact that I could draw into another one. Like, that's also a little spicy. What the frank? I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai right now. Holy. I can accept the door, but Right Lord's kind of pawning and cheeing up a storm. I don't think this is another half flush in the circle suit. I don't think that you would have cut the 9 if that was the case. Oh, God. Red Dragon only hand? Okay, a crossword. A crossword also knows that if they win, everyone just wants to win with 1 Han. Tears for Fears, Mahjong parody be like, everybody wants... Well, you get the point. But if they get 1 Han, they get to end the game in 3rd place. And we can always try to deal into a crossword as well if we get a better sense of what their hand is. But it's very hard right now to deal into a crossword without dealing into Right Lord. I could Riichi. It doesn't seem right. This doesn't even seem right. This is so close to the Dora. Can I stomach dealing into a Mongon? I can. But I'm not happy about it. Like, then I would have to fight for my lunch. They cut the Dora. What are you, drunk? Okay, so maybe... Wow. Okay. That really stinks. I could upgrade this hand at any moment, right? Drawn into 4 of characters, which, by the way, is no longer going to happen. But, like, a double-sided Pinfu moment is, like... Is available here. Let's tango. Right Lord can't play defense at all. I don't know. They don't have a 5-6 in their hand. I think if they draw into a 7, it probably comes out. 5 of characters, literally no idea. Wow, I paid $1,000 just to watch this take place. Okay, bad news for me because they get C wind, prevalent wind. Oh, it's just prevalent wind. But they get to repeat in the dealer seat, and I paid $1,000. But we're in a very similar situation where if I just win with a 1 on hand, if I can just be first across the finish line, we get to end the game in first place. Another white dragon would go hard. Didn't happen. 3 pairs in our starting hand. All right, left lord, save me. A crossword, save me. I need you to win with like 3 Han. I need left lord to win with 1 Han. None of this is very, very likely, but we're still gonna pray. Anyway, they had a big panda, and it's the kiss of death when you see your bag go along the conveyor belt and then it gets pushed to the other conveyor belt where they have to take a closer look. Call him Seth Meyers. And so my bag unfortunately was in that situation, but the person before me, they had like 2 different bags that both had to be examined as to not be, you know, the further inspection. I think they had some like water in one of their things, or I honestly, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But the thing that was wild was that they asked them, hey, you need to cut open your panda bear. Like, you need to, because there's a lot of beads in there, and for some reason we need to take a look at those beads to make sure they're not explosive beads or something. I'm not really sure. Right, Lord, you don't have a Yaku. You don't have all simples. And if you think that I'm going to get rid of my East Wind, you're dead wrong. Could you have South Wind? I don't know. You could have just not called Khan, but I don't think you have a triplet of the South Wind. That's pretty unlikely. White Dragon, no. Red Dragon, no. It's either Green Dragon or East Wind. So I don't think I'm allowed to get rid of... Oh, God. I have a deadly premonition right now. Isn't that right, Zach? I have a horrible premonition. It's that I end up cutting Eastwind to try to play safe into you, but I end up dealing into you. Right Lord could fold here and maybe be okay. Wow, no one's rolling over to die. If you're going to Ron, make it small. Okay, 2 of bamboo should be a safe tile. 4 of characters passes. No one's waiting with a 2-3. Could they be waiting on a double pair wait for the 1s and something else? Yes. So that's also possible. Right Lord is not rolling over and dying. You're not rolling over and dying. Sumo, please be small. No! All right, well, we might have to... Riichi Sumo all symbols Dora red 5. Yeah, that's really gross. They don't hit any Aura Dora, but it's not like they needed to. They get to end the game in first. No. If we didn't call Riichi on that last round, it still wouldn't have mattered. And Right Lord, even though they pay a big dealer penalty, it's not enough to change up their position. So I'm sure they're kissing the ground right now that they ended in 3rd place. Plus 69, I'll absolutely take it. I'll take a little plus 69. So they had to cut open the thing, and then afterwards they gave the panda bear like a Band-Aid. It was very adorable, but I was also like, what kind of sick world is this? You know what I mean? By the way, highest grade in the class. I'll absolutely accept being the valedictorian of this Jade Room Hanshan. South 3, 8-mon pawn. I don't think it was this round. Was it this round? Did I have a chance to pawn 8 of characters? I did have a chance to pawn. I skipped here. It's just not worth it. It's genuinely just not worth it. I think it was in the previous round I also had a chance to pawn into 8 of characters, in which I did. I took this chance. Wow, very confusing that we had 2 of these back to back. Hang on. I believe it happens here. Pawn is 6-7. Gaming. Because why? We have a safe tile and we're just straight up in Tenpai. Yeah, it's so good. To be in the dealer seat and to play aggressively here, it's absolutely perfect. South 1 folding decision. It was the 2 of characters. It was this moment that I truly gave up. Before we... Wait, was it this? No. I'm gaming with the... Yeah, I'm still 1 tile away from Tenpai right now. At this point, I fold. You wanted me to cut... It's 20 to 23 to 33. There's no great option, but 2 of these are folding. 2 of these are folding, and 1 of them is pushing. I'm not risking it. I'm genuinely just not risking it. Everybody else is doing something freaky right now. Show of hands. Double pair weight. Right Lord's on in Tenpai. You have a double pair weight as well. Very spooky. East 4. Spidey sense. I believed that someone had 3 Dora. It wasn't this hand. I think it was the next hand. East 4. The Dora is the red dragon. This pawn, I believe, belies you having a million Dora. You have 2 Dora. Pretty close, right? Genuinely pretty close. And they get into Tenpai with this hand. I can understand them playing really freaky mode with it because you have 2 Dora. You wanna jam this hand, and that's exactly what we played around. And I'm glad that we did, folks. He's so sick with it. He's so sick with it. You saying you played the stupidest 2 games of your life before this? Yeah, I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back into it. Folks, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the genre, feel free to subscribe. I got new videos every single day. You can also leave a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous. Helps out the channel such a great deal. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Link is down below in the description, along with a community Discord, our VOD channel, and our Patreon, which is the best way to support me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Until next time, please take care of yourself, and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.